Today is about the power of you. You will change the world.
You're listening to the Chronicles of Living podcast.
Do the damn thing.
Where we talk to visionary dreamers like you about living their best life.
Fulfill the highest, truest expression of yourself.
It's time to step into the past, present, and future with an open and healthy mind. Now let's talk.
Greetings, my visionary dreamers. How is everybody doing on Let's Talk Sunday? Wow, guys, this is almost the end of the year. I really am, I'm like in denial. It's really the end of the year, 2020. And this is ADionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, the world, some real bullshit. And you are listening to Chronicles of Livin podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. You know it's extraordinary, folk. We just trying to do the damn thing the best way we can. And yes, to the newcomers out there, this show, listen, I don't pick the topics all the time. This one is really, listen, I'm just going to go for it. But, I just like to come on here and talk about things that's going on in the world, going on with us individually, going on with your friends, with your family, whatever. And just looking at ways that we can see things in a different light for the good of all. Let's say it that way. Okay, that's what this show is about. So without further ado, this episode is about the great conjunction, Jupiter and Saturn tomorrow, aligning with each other. And I just want to put a disclaimer. I'm not an astrologer, or however you want to say it. I am not that. But this is something that Spirit put on me to do the show on. So I guess we going to all learn some stuff today. So what is the great conjunction? You might have heard about it. I mean, we have the stars and the planets above. And whether we realize it or not, each planet carries different energies. And they do affect us in different ways. Even though we don't know that the reasons why we might have different mood swings at different times in our life, when the moon and the sun and all of these things, they're not there for nothing. They are there for a reason. And it's all energy based as well, and that energy connects to certain parts of us and our emotions. So for instance, and guys, I just tried to study as much as I could. So listen, just roll with me with this, okay? So Saturn is a planet of karma, restriction, structure. It's a planet that pushes us to our limits, and it challenges us. But the thing that we are supposed to get out of the energy of Saturn is that, our hard work is going to pay off eventually, and that the challenges that come in our lives are lessons that are supposed to be learned. And once we learn those lessons, it's kind of like we can move on. You know what I mean? We can move on to the next level. Let's say it that way. We can move on to the next energies of the other planets. And those are more at a base of when you hit your spirituality more. So in other words, once you realize that your challenges and your trials that come in your life, they are for lessons, that's kind of tapping into your spiritual realm, because now you understand that things are not just happening to you just to be happening to you. Although, yes, we can cause things to happen for ourselves outside of the things that happen out of our control. Let's say it that way. But even still, when we are the cause of doing things, meaning like we don't listen to our intuition when that little voice and God is telling us through our intuition, no, don't do that. Or, the creator, universe, however you want to call it, is giving us warning after warning, but yet we don't listen. We do the opposite thing. And then we wonder why things don't go the way we want it to go. Get what I'm saying? So that is us still being in that energy of the trials and the challenges and figuring out the lessons that we need to learn before we can connect with becoming whole with self and learning, becoming one with our spirit. And when we become one with our spirit, basically, that's when we can see the different challenges coming to us and why they are coming to us. And then we can make more sound decisions on if we decide to take on that challenge and what is the benefit of that challenge for us, for our higher self, for where we're going on our journey. Or we could decide that, okay, that's not a challenge I need to take on. That's not a battle I need to be fighting. You know what I'm saying? That is when we have, I would say, graduated from that particular energy. Let's say it that way. In Saturn, it rules our 6th chakra. So we all have 7 chakras. I'm not trying to go too deep, y'all. I'm learning myself. I'm learning. And this is all because I'm doing these doggone bioscans and energy healing. I got to learn as much as I can. But the Saturn is connected to our 6th chakra. And our 6th chakra is our crown, is our brow chakra, which is our pituitary gland. And that is a part of our body, and that affects our nervous system, our eyes, our I want to say the word right, hypothymus. Hypothymus. Always get that word wrong, and it shows up on people's bioscans. So what that is a part of our, that's all dealing with our brain, guys. And the hypothalamus, y'all know what I'm trying to say. That controls our emotions. So that controls the part of our emotions that rather is pleasure or rage, So when we are unbalanced with, and also the pituitary gland, that helps us with awareness, psychic abilities. And when I say psychic abilities, I'm not saying like you're going to just tell the future. I'm saying what I just said earlier, psychic abilities, as far as kind of foreseeing if you take on a challenge, kind of looking at, this could be the result of it, but not like in fear. Okay, not in fear, because sometimes we can talk ourselves out of a certain challenge out of fear, out of the unknown, out of not wanting to challenge ourselves. But the whole thing is we need to want to challenge ourselves, because that's the only way that we are going to grow. You get what I'm saying? It's the only way we're going to learn more about ourselves. So that is a part of the pituitary gland as well, is it will help you become aware of self and also aware of others, meaning like you can believe people are one way, for all your life. And then all of a sudden, once you are clear and that chakra becomes opened, you will see things differently. You will see people differently. You will see them as they are. You get what I'm saying? And you can learn to pretty much accept them as they are as well, so that pretty much it controls your thoughts, the pituitary gland, that helps. That controls your thoughts. So this is why I always tell y'all, be careful of your thoughts. We have control of our thoughts. Of course, we're going to have things that's going to creep in from time to time, that's going to remind us of things that we don't wish to think about. But again, we have control to turn that switch into something positive and to make us feel better about ourselves. So we are in control of our thoughts, even though our thoughts comes, I forget how many times they say, it's a certain number they came up with, how many thoughts come to us in a day, and it's in the thousands. So you can imagine, you just wanting to have control of your thoughts. And especially if some thoughts will keep just playing over and over and over again, it's, especially if it's not a good one, is you have to gain control. Saturn is also, it's about discipline and restriction and law and responsibility, obligation, boundaries. That is the energy of that planet. Now, I'm going to go on and take a stab at Jupiter. That sounds so, that's so structured and so hard. But Jupiter, on the other hand, is not supposed to be, but is considered to be a planet of good luck, a planet of principles of growth, of expansion, of healing, of prosperity, of good fortune, wisdom. It is a planet that gives you the energy of seeking more wisdom and more knowledge, so that you can, of course, become the best version of yourself, right? So in doing that and having being an optimist, that is what it is as well. So these are the things that Jupiter influences, as far as the energy as it gets closer, to the planet and things of that nature. Jupiter is associated with our crown chakra. And, that is the chakra that is about, again, oneness, but is about compassion and harmony and just, loving and please excuse the motorcycle. I wish he would go away. But it's connected to your nervous system as well. And it's connected to your pineal gland. And so your pineal gland is what, you might have heard people say your third eye. It's like a little pea, size of a pea in between, your brain is this little thing. But it shoots out different hormones and through your bloodstream. So, when these chakras are blocked, because your chakras can be blocked, and when they're blocked, of course, these things that you are supposed to be able to, the functions that it's supposed to do, it's going to make you just discombobulated. Let's say it that way. It just off centers you. You can't see the things that you need to see. You're not aware of the things that you should be aware of. So I'm sorry, y'all, I'm trying to look at my notes. Okay. When your pineal gland is blocked, that is, let me see what it says. You basically, you can't see your intuition is poor. Just put it that way. You're lacking caring and compassion. But when it's functioning the right way, your inner knowledge, it's just blossom. It blossoms. And your serenity and the joy that you have, it just heightens, You just have this generosity about yourself, and sometimes you don't even know why. A perfect example. Oh my God. This is how this stuff is true, as far as the energy goes. Now, if Jupiter, it says, that it's known to bring more generosity and, compassion, things of that nature, because it's connected to your crown chakra. And this is how me looking at this stuff and researching this stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, good. That means that my crown chakra is pretty cool right now, because today, this is a perfect example. Today, I was at Walmart and picking up a few things, and I'm in line, and the line is crazy long, and there was this old lady in the line, the line next to me. And y'all know how Walmart is set up, And it's like the Christmas line. So nothing's really moving. But my attention, it was like my spirit just kept drawing me to this lady, to this older lady. She's a little older white lady, but she just kind of reminded me of my grandma. You know, my grandma was short, and I just kept on, my head just kept turning over there. Then all of a sudden my spirit was like, pay for her groceries. I was like, what? Wait a minute now. What? Pay for her groceries? Then I'm like looking at her car. I was like, oh, okay, she ain't got that much. I'm like, hold on, I'm trying to pay for mine. You know what I mean? But I'm like, but how I'm going to do that? You know, I'm like in my head going back and forth, but it's like a whole conversation going on. And I'm like, I'm telling y'all, we can control some things, but some things, when God, the universe, the creator is on you, you just can't deny it. I mean, it was a lot of people in there, but it was just one lady. My spirit just kept on saying, pay for her groceries. And I'm like, now I'm trying to work it out in my head. Like, okay, so I'm in this line, she in that line. How I'm going to do this, you know? And then I'm like, I don't even think I have any cash on me. But I just remembered I went to the ATM and I just got a few dollars out, right? So, no, what it was, I grabbed one of those, was it the pay card, the Visa pay card? I was like, I guess I'm gonna put some money on there then, right? And I just give it to her, right? That's what I'm thinking. So I'm in line, I grabbed the card, so I'm like, now her line moving faster than mine. Somebody in front of her, let her in front of them. And I'm like, shoot, how I'm gonna do this? Then all of a sudden, that voice was like, you got cash, give her the cash. Now, y'all think about this. I know I'm not the only one. I know y'all will be thinking like, okay, how crazy am I going to look? I don't know this lady. People looking at me. But this is the perfect example of the energy of Saturn and Jupiter meeting each other. The whole energy of Saturn saying like, you know, the trials and the challenges. This was a challenge for me. You know what I mean? To test my intuition, to see where I am. Did I pass? Am I on that next level now? Did I graduate? You know, and it's meeting the generosity part of the ambition and the compassion about with the energy of Jupiter. This is the alignment. Now, it was up to me to take on both of those energies without even knowing this stuff that I just researched this now. I just researched this when I came home, not before this situation. So get back to the story, because I know y'all like, all right, just hurry up. So what I wound up doing was, when the line met at the middle where I can get over there, I just kind of balled the money up in my hand, and I just whispered. We had our mask on, and I whispered to her. I said, excuse me, miss, is it okay? I just want to give you a gift. I just was led to give you a little gift. You know, I just want to pay for your groceries. And she looked at me and she's like, oh my gosh, like, you know, she's like, oh, God bless you. And, you know, she was talking about, I'm be honest, I really couldn't hear what she was saying through the mask, but I just was like, oh, okay. I was just like, here, you know, it should be more than enough to take care of your groceries. And she's like, oh, you know, I know Jehovah's going to bless you. So I'm guessing she might have been Jehovah's Witness. I don't know. Or maybe she's just using the name Jehovah, because, you know, you could call God Jehovah too. So I was like, you know, no worries, you know, Merry Christmas. And I left, got back in my line. Now, I didn't look behind me. I ain't look beside me. But the way I did it, I don't believe nobody could see what I gave her. I made sure of that, because I didn't want people in her business. I just didn't want people in her business. I just felt the need to protect her. You get what I'm saying? But so that is a prime example, because that happened earlier today. And I came home, and then God put this title on me. I didn't even know I was going to do this podcast show on this, because I don't feel like I'm well versed enough to be given this type of information. But I just was like, okay, let me do a little bit of research, and I'm just going to depend on spirits to, you know, take over, right? So that's a prime example. So if you have had any occurrences happen to you, as far as that goes, that means that your chakras is good. They open. They're not blocked because you're willing to meet that challenge. You're willing to meet a challenge that's for the benefit of you and someone else. Let's say it that way. Now, on the flip side of things, you have to be careful, let's say it that way, that you're not just learning about the information and you not just doing things just to get things or just to get, you know what I'm saying? You have to be careful and know that this is something that was placed on your spirit to do, because you can wind up doing something that is, I don't know, maybe you can be blocking somebody else's lesson or things of that nature. So you just got to be careful, and you have to make sure that you're mindful of, does this feel right? Does this feel like this is something that I really should be doing? If you feel very uneasy about it, I wouldn't say do it. You get what I'm saying? But if it's nagging at you, you need to do it. I don't care what it is, who it is. It's been plenty of times I've been called to do something for a stranger. But on the flip side, I've had people within, I'm going to say, a last maybe 6 month span, I've had 2 people pay for my gas when I was in line about to pay for it myself. I didn't ask these people. They just did it. And then they just got ghosts. And I'm like, what? They paid for my gas. Okay. You know what I mean? So I guess it was my turn, So conjunction. The word conjunction means when 2 things meet at the same time, when they align. So the energy that this is going to give off, because of the fact that you have one planet that's about restriction, that's about, limitation and discipline and things of that nature. And then the other planet that's real like open and real generous and real, about ambition and healing and growth and things of that nature. The challenge for us all is going to be, which side of the fence are you going to stay on? Because of the fact that Jupiter is about growth and expansion, but Saturn is about restriction and being limited and disciplined and all of this stuff. At this point, tomorrow on the 21st, I don't know the exact time. Y'all, that's y'all homework. Y'all can look it up and y'all can say, put in the conjunction of 2020, Jupiter and Saturn. Trust me, get your own information. Don't just listen to me, because like I said, I'm not an astrologer, okay? But I'm giving y'all the information that I have researched and I've learned, okay? Just to help y'all on y'all path to learn more for yourself, because you are going to get different messages than I did, okay? So it's about the decision of, what are you going to do? Are you going to remain the same? Or are you going to take the energy of expansion and growth and push yourself? Because that is what Jupiter is here to do, is to push us to the next level, to help us be pushed to the next level. Do you want to stay the same? Do you want to stay in the same energy? Or are you ready to embrace the energy that is being offered to you to be able to expand? Not just because Jupiter is about careers and success as well. You know what I mean? It's about business, success, luck. So with that being said, are you going to stay in the same mindset while these planets are emerging or conjunction, together and aligning together and sharing that energy with us all on this planet? Or are you going to just, stay in your old skin? Are you going to just stay in your old mindset? The decision and the choice is yours. But the thing is, it's here. So what I've been hearing and researching as far as all my research, because I did my own research. I've listened to people that are, really into this, and I just took what was consistent from those people. But the stuff that I'm telling y'all now is the stuff that I researched and what spirit is given to you right now and through my experience earlier today, So we have to all decide that. I know for me, now that I'm learning what the energy does, I can see how it has affected, however you want to say, my life. I can see, because also Jupiter is about not just good luck, but is about once you carry on that energy, you are able to manifest things faster, at a faster rate. So I know it's true, because I've had some things that I have been meditating on, praying on, that have literally manifested for me within, I'm gonna say, these last 2 weeks, major. And again, I didn't even know why until I just started reading all this stuff today. I mean, yeah, I was listening to the other stuff that I was learning from other people, but I'm saying, when you research stuff for yourself and you have a certain experience and you can tie it into whatever it is you're researching, that's how you know, like, wow, like, that's how you can see, like, it's more to life than just waking up and going to work and, hanging out with your friends or going out or whatever it is that you do. Is more to life than your career and your job. It's so much more to the journey. And if you decide and make that decision to want to research for yourself and dig more, and not just take the lessons that were taught to you from your family, your friends, your wherever you go to pray or whatever like that, not just take those lessons and stop there. Because if you stop there, then now you're in the energy of Saturn, the restrictions and the limitations, because you're just taking with you what you learned from school, from your parents, from, your greats and all of those things. And you're taking that and stopping there. Instead of going with the energy of Jupiter, the expansion. Okay, because it's about knowledge and wisdom, and expanding your knowledge and your wisdom. That is what this planet is about, your luck. Because think about it. Once you expand your knowledge and your wisdom, you know more, right? So if you know more, the luck is because you know more. The luck is because you have more wisdom, you have more knowledge to be able to create a better path for yourself, to be able to, create a better life for yourself, because your wisdom is expanded, your growth is expanded. So what to look for in life and what to do for yourself to make your life better. Y'all get what I'm saying? So this is what this whole great conjunction is all about, that maybe you might have been hearing. And I'm sure the news is talking about the planets. They always talk about when the planets or the moon or whatever is going on. But I invite y'all to just do some research, do some light research yourselves before tomorrow, before the 21st. And definitely, just clean your house out, cleanse the energy in your home, take a bath and just clear your mind and just sit and just, make new intentions for your life and just put that energy out there in the universe. I'm telling y'all, it really, really works. I have been doing nothing but back on my nature walks and meditating, and, I do my praying and all of that stuff. And I'm telling y'all, it just seems like my days have been just getting brighter and brighter and brighter. Ideas always come to me, but my ideas, they are becoming more structured. Let's say it that way. So that's the energy of, Saturn, that structured part, that discipline part of it. So it's like learning how to put those energies together so that you can expand, so that your life can expand, so that your business, your career can expand. Because again, like I said, Jupiter is about business, it's about success, it's about luck, it's about abundance. That's what Jupiter is about, abundance. And people think that abundance is just money and material. No, abundance is you having your doggone chakras opened so that you can flow. And in your chakras being open means that you're in good health. Because when your chakras are blocked, being as though they are connected to different organs, that means that your health might need to, get a little workout. You get what I'm saying? So we gotta, I ain't gonna make this long, but I just hope that I gave y'all enough information. I think I wanted to say the pineal gland also, if it's blocked, okay, the pineal gland, when it's open, you have clear mental, your imagination, your insight is clear, and it says your manifestation. Yeah. And then if not, then your mental, your peace, and your peace of mind and all of that is just jacked. It's jacked. Your intuition is muted, which means that you might not make the best decisions. You might not make the best decisions, guys. So I just, like I said, I invite y'all to, as I always say, invest in yourself. You don't have to be into astrology and psychic and all that whole bit, the woo-woo. This is for your benefit, Like I said, go beyond what you're taught and learn some things for yourself. Learn some things for yourself. It's exciting to me. And also because, we just get older and not younger. It challenges our brain. It keeps our brain and our attention span on point. It keeps us always searching for more, which means the activity in our brain is always moving, and that is what we want. We don't want to become, just because we're getting older, we don't want to become so lax that, because as we get older anyway, different parts of our brain, different parts of our body and everything we know starts to deteriorate away. But if we're challenging and we keep moving and we keep doing things and keep challenging the limits of who we are, of our thought process, of our mindset, guess what? The youth just keeps going. You keep feeling the youthfulness and, you just keep that feeling going. I'm telling y'all, this is how I live my life. I challenge myself so that I can stay young forever. Stay joyful forever. Of course, we're going to have those bad days. Come on, that's life. But the bottom line is, the more you challenge yourself and challenge your brain, the less you have time to slip into any type of depression and sadness and things that mood swings that don't benefit you. Or if your joy is heightened and something happens that's out of your control, you will spend less time in that space. You get what I'm saying? You will be in that space for a moment, but you'll snap right on out of it. So that's the message I got today. I hope I did okay, y'all. Listen, don't kill the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. But yeah, guys, look it up for yourself. It's going to happen tomorrow. And, make that decision. What you want to do. Do you want to expand or do you just want to be limited? What do you want to do? So I hope you want to expand. I damn sure am. Okay. So with all that being said, this is ADionne. Oh, wait. Just want to thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for following the YouTube. Oh, darn. I was supposed to say the winners. Okay, next week. I promise y'all next week I'm going to say the winners for the self-accountability challenge. Okay, because I need to get in touch with them and they need to pick what they want. So follow YouTube Chronicles of Livin without the G. Check out that 30-day self-accountability challenge. and yeah, get something out of it, okay? Thank you for supporting the books, Visionary Dreamer, 90-Day Journal, and Transform Your Life, Discover Your Purpose. Thank you guys. I love y'all for all that you are, all that you do. I'm so proud of you. If you haven't heard it, I don't care. I am proud of you, because if you're listening to the show, that means that you are wanting to better your life, okay? I'm proud of you guys, and I just want to remind you that you are enough. You really are. And make sure you tell yourself that in the mirror every day, every chance you get. All right, guys? So, with all that being said, this is ADionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, the world, some real bullshit. And you are listening to Chronicles of Livin podcast show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. And you know we extraordinary over here and over there, doing the damn thing the best way we can. I love you guys so much. Happy Great Conjunction Day. Peace.
The Chronicles of Livin.
We can be whatever we dream.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Chronicles of Livin podcast, where you find only the highest vibrations. Remember, you are extraordinary. And if you're pursuing your dreams, we're proud of you. Because the best part of life is when you decide to live.
Something better is always possible if you're willing to work for it and fight for it.
Stay updated with ADionne by visiting chroniclesoflivin.com, or stay connected through social media by following @Chronicles of Livin. Until next time, your dream pusher, ADionne.